because she's truly an amazing woman, a magical woman who has a lot of wisdom and knowledge to share with you tonight. So if you don't mind, everybody, big round of applause all the way on England. Ash.
Thank you. What I'd like us all to do first is to simply take one moment to sacred align. Yes. Truly sacred align, so that we can create a bonded, tight network, community with sacred human beings who are dedicated to creating sacred reality. And that means one thing, that we stand up in sacred resonance, the highest frequency self possible. And that means more of us can show up as, complete and unique and sovereign, brilliant human beings. So, okay. So your alignment is so key as we step inside. The breath takes us inside immediately.
Oh my God, I got the video.
And when we step inside, we truly light up. We can light up this world. We can light up this planet. Just simply the breath. And let's all step into this sacred world, this sacred community, and truly be grateful that we are sacred blessed in this incredible vision that is ZEN Awakening Festival. So I think we should give thanks first to Niekko, whose vision it is. So thank you, my Niekko. Inspirational vision in a world that needs more conscious acts and more legitimate consciousness experiences, genuine spiritual awakening experiences, and the type where we experience and we know who we are. We're not reading about who we could be or should be, but we're in that live experience where we are truly honored by other human beings. So this is our sacred calling during these times. We're being called to be in love with ourselves again. Woo. Yeah. Amen to that. And we're being called into being in love with our sacred destiny and understanding that no matter what our dreams are, we can truly dedicate and acknowledge those dreams and live those dreams, and then run with others who acknowledge the same and who dedicate to the same cause. And that is to create a world of dreams and a world that is a better place. And for our generation, we have an incredible amount of good work to do. When we truly step into ascension, metaphysics, genuine spirituality, genuine sacred reality, we are committed to the new vision of humanity. It is also an ancient vision of humanity as well. So many of us are called to sacred lands. So many of us are called to listen to the earth, to listen to the true story of humanity. So in order to do that, what I often do is I look to what is required. Our contracts, our life lessons, and how we complete ourselves. We require silence and stillness and great listening in order to complete that task. We must stand still in a grounded spirituality where we can really own who we are, and I mean beyond the stereotypes that influence and contaminate our timelines and who we are. So these are great times where the gateway of opportunity is ours if we stand still, if we return to light, if we return to the sacred feminine, which means peace. And listen, Egypt, I create the space within so I can truly know myself. I'm going to take you through these sacred reality activations. These springboard you into high frequency. This is the new module of my mystery school. It is called AVATAR Training. And I embody what I teach. And I am an avatar. And I travel the globe being called to energy centers, earth chakras, power sites. I believe deeply that the stargates are calling us. And it is time to complete the work on ourselves so that we can make contact. Contact is something that I'm extremely interested in. I'm not only a researcher, but I'm a direct experiencer. I've been an experiencer since childhood. These days, I am experiencing several contact sessions. I mean direct contact sessions with UFO fleets, and these are being reported and investigated and verified. So these are the times where anything and everything is truly possible, and I lead those who seek to be led into the new reality, and I take those who desire to be led into the new reality, and I hold my hand out so that those of you who seek to be in that new reality can step into that gateway and into that high frequency and live your life from your heart and from a higher intelligence that truly solves the world that we live in. So the new consciousness technologies are truly a gift. Truly a gift for each and every one of us, and it is time. We are in a time phase, the 26,000 year time phase, and if we really start to ramp up our ascension processes, then we are not just talking about that time phase, we are talking about multiple time phases, and we are the key for time travel. The ancient Egyptians put this into place with the Dendera zodiac. It is a prophecy device, and it is so tight and accurate. It indeed predicts the future that is now. And this takes us back into an evolutionary phase that is indeed extraordinary. So, our metaphysical gifts are not something that I desire to contemplate or consider in a workshop scenario. I consider metaphysics as being the heart, at the heart of our reality, and it is our brave work that we step into metaphysics and quantum consciousness, high frequency embodiment, so that we are walking and talking and living and creating and contributing in this world in high frequency. And I mean, that means for many of us, it means we must step beyond the elitism of spirituality, beyond the entitlement, beyond the segregation of spirituality as well, which comes with an attachment to ego and data, excessive data, which fills in the gaps of your consciousness rather than you committing yourself to genuine corridors of training. So these are hugely important times where we are being given the opportunity to stand strong in who we are, to complete ourselves, and to truly align and reconnect with the dimensions of reality that have been deliberately deleted from 3 and 4D. And so many of you I've met speak about this problem with the 3D timelines, the 4D, the excessive 4D attachment to meditation processes that of course give you a journey only temporarily from the chaos of life, the complications of life. So when we truly step into a deeply embodied and sacred reality, what happens? We can cope with all realities, all stories, and we begin to choose our story. We begin to choose our reality. We begin to seek to create beyond stereotypes. We begin to seek to create beyond elite power structures, beyond the systems. So this is the revolution, and it is not only just considering it. I am calling you into dedicating yourself to creating that story, that reality on a day-to-day basis. So this is the work that is now very critical. I mean, we can't stand on the fence any longer. We must step into the teacher. There are so many progressive and evolutionary corridors that we can discover in our practices. So our practices must no longer be generic, and we must listen to the way we are being led to create a new reality, to create a new story. So as potential guardians of this planet, as we evolve, then contact, genuine contact is ours. And I mean, we are then equipped in the consciousness and in an education that goes beyond our human minds and our human hearts. That in itself will equip you for an extraordinary journey, extraordinary miracles. So you're witnessing and experiencing and living these incredible realities. Yeah, it's so beautiful. So as an alchemist, which I am, as a shaman, which I am, I invite you to stand with me. As a teacher, I stand with you. I don't teach, I show you the way. And I'd like you to stand up so we can all align, and align very easily and simply. The nature of advanced work is to keep it as simple as possible. If you want to use movement to create your alignment, then please do. Use the breath because it takes you in. This is your start. head, heart, and feet. Your sacred destiny, consider it, and consider your lights activated. High frequency, high frequency, high frequency, head, and heart, and feet. I pledge to choose to create my sacred destiny. I pledge light, I pledge love, I pledge intelligence, and I pledge awareness, so I can be shown the way, I can be guided, I can manifest in a highest intelligence. These are the intentions that truly set us upon a journey that is truly committed to evolution, ascension, and stepping into our sovereign rights as incredible human beings. High frequency. Head and heart and feet. I love and respect each and every one of you. I hold out my hands so that you can join me in a journey, sacred dance, in terms of the possibilities of our lives and our lives on this planet, our journeys on this planet. What I'd like you to do is to consider what is your sacred calling. What is it that you just couldn't for a moment live without? And what is it that is driving you in terms of your journey of transformation, your journey of questioning, your journey of self-acknowledgement? What is it that is truly inspiring you into incredible change? What is it? And that is your secret. That is your answer to everything in terms of your healing and your awakening and your initiation into your own unique sacred destiny. And this is where we radiate the highest frequency. And this is where each and every one of us arrive in this reality as unique keys, where we fit more and more together with our tribe. And I know that Niekko has created an incredible possibility in terms of a tribe that can come together and can create together and manifest together despite how different we all may be. So what is it that you must commit yourself to on a day-to-day basis, not just to consider here with me in this moment in time, but what is it that you must commit yourself to when you leave this festival? What is it that you must most remember? And we can have many experiences at a festival of this nature, but what is that experience that is the key for you in terms of your story, in terms of your life's journey? And that is a very important journey and initiation. How do you unlock yourself so that you manifest the life force and the power to truly be seen and honored as a unique human being who is brave and fearless and is no longer contaminated by the stories that limit our greatness? So again, extraordinary times, and I don't believe for a moment we should place our heads in the sand and consider that it's not an option for us. I believe that each and every one of us has incredible value in society. Our pain and our suffering, our wound is also a phenomenal source of power when we enter into sacred alchemy. So what is the gift of your life experiences, and how do you bring those gifts to life so that you are owning your life experiences and you are manifesting you as this unique and incredible, sovereign and majestic human being? This is the way that we liberate every human being in our relationships, our brothers, our sisters, our friends, our lovers, our daughters, our sons. So when we commit to that dedicated inner work, then we truly and significantly impact the people in our lives in the most extraordinary of ways. It's in our presence, it's in our alignment, it's in our embodiment. And as this lady here is acknowledging, she's aligning with my channeling, and that is reconfiguring her whole energy system at the same time. And as I'm acknowledging it, we are moving into higher and higher and higher frequency. So it's about taking that opportunity and what we do with our own human exchanges, so that we are on these incredible metaphysical journeys in our lives and in our acknowledgements and in the words that we choose to describe our extraordinary journeys. So, frequency is our exchange, and so it's time to really meet that high frequency, and it's time to really use high frequency consciousness so we not only connect with ourselves, but we truly connect with another human being. And it's here that we truly acknowledge another human being, and that is the great gift of genuine healing. I mean, it transcends any strategy of healing that you would come into contact with, because a strategy of healing just does not simply go deep enough within the context of your core wounds. So it is time to unlock your highest frequency, time to celebrate your sensitivity and not hide away from it. Your sensitivity during these times is so critical because it can guide you in terms of what needs to be creatively transformed within yourself and what needs to be creatively transformed within the world and community you exist in on a day-to-day basis. So, extraordinary times. Excuse me for one moment. I have 9 minutes. So, if you stand like this, I mean, to get into our bodies is exactly what needs to happen. We need to constantly step into our meditation practices, step up and meet ourselves in our meditation practice, and that means we need to have raw and genuine self-acknowledgement. That equally at the same time means looking at all of ourselves, not just the parts that we want to look at, but all of ourselves. And that is very, very, very challenging work, but that work we're being called into. So for you to stand in your power, I acknowledge you. I'm strong enough to hold you. I can guide you. I can technically advise you. And it is the simple technical adjustments that can make